organizations here. We need volunteers. DCFS work, I'm going to tell you, they don't go to, 696 Kids doesn't go down the street looking for children in trouble. But if you don't call something, ask yourself how some of these people feel who saw this baby out there, these babies out there, and didn't say anything, and now they have to wonder if I said something, could I have stopped it? And that's a decision that you have to make. But you have to work with the social workers too.
Amen.
You may give birth to a child and you may love that child with all your heart, but that does not mean that you can raise your child.
That's right.
And it does not make you a bad mother. It does not make you a bad father if you recognize that and you try to do something about it. But we have to hold not only DCFS, excuse me, not only DCFS, but all of our public officials accountable. We have to hold the community accountable, and what we have to do, her guilt or innocence is up to the court at this point. But what is up to us is what we're going to do about a system that is not protecting a child. And it can't be all talk and once this is over, it's done until the next child. This needs to be the last one. Can I get an amen on that one? Now, what are we going to do about it? Because we can't sit around and say, what are they going to do about it? Because we are they. And there is nothing like the sight of a baby coming up there in a garbage bag. No human being belongs in a garbage bag at any time. But when you hear a cry for help, when you hear a parent say, I can't do it, I need help, you better listen. Okay, all the degrees in the world don't take the place of basic common sense and caring for your fellow man. We are all our brothers and sisters keepers, and we better start acting like it. Thank you.
After being out almost 48 hours straight looking for this little boy, you know, we saw this fence out here, and we heard what we heard that first night, and we could have got cynical, just like, you know, a lot of people do, but we did what we had to do. And the coalition that came out that night worked almost 2 days straight. So to go to a recycling center and see tons of garbage bags and see garbage trucks and see a little gurney with something that looks like almost like a little basket that you know that somebody's body is in, it's very heart-wrenching. So we have to keep that in mind, that this is about human tragedy.
Yes, sir.
James Bob.
I'm going to be very brief. I just want to talk about the conditions that led up to Emilliano. I just want to talk about the conditions that led up to Emilliano Terry's demise. The things that took place in this young lady's life, the conditions that she went through from her childhood up until the point where she took her own son's life, produced the outcome that we here all gathered today about. Unfortunately, there's a lot of Emilliano Terrys in our community that we don't never hear about because they get abused and they get covered up and nobody says or does anything about it. So everybody under the sound of my voice, we have a moral responsibility to our brothers and our sisters, our neighbors. If we see something, say something. If we hear something, do something. Don't sit back no more. We got gang violence, we got domestic violence, we got all kind of stuff going on in this community. But when you start hurting children and we sit back silently and say nothing, then you're just as guilty as the perpetrator. This is a teachable moment, and it's also a wake-up call for our community.
It means that no matter how far down you go, you can come back up. Absolutely. And we should always think about coming up. That's right. Keeping our hope, keeping our faith, keeping our vision, and making sure that we never go backwards. Right. We have this saying, forwards ever, backwards never. Because we were born in it with the juice to win it. Right. You all have that capability. Absolutely. But it's important that we bring it out. And we know sometimes we have to talk to people to help us bring out the best in us.
That's right.
So that's where mentors come in. That's where your religious leaders come in. That's where your next door neighbor comes in. It might be just where your mirror comes in, because sometimes you got to talk to yourself. I'm going to ask Miss Rashida Hart if she come up at this time.
Please.
Yeah, you can stand right there. You can stand right there.
Good evening, Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everybody. This is a tragedy. I don't know where to begin. I mean, I am blessed because Ibrahim is here with us tonight. He may want to say something. I know that I do not understand this. I have grandchildren this baby's age. All I can tell y'all, we better stop. We gotta do something for these kids. We gotta do something for these parents. Foster care is not an easy situation. I know kids that were so bad they left the system. We gotta do something, everybody. Now, I don't know what Ibrahim is gonna say, but I'll let him talk. This is my grandson. He's the survivor of the gunshot in his head.
It's a sad and it's a tragedy. And I hate that it happened, man, but it's only so much I can say, and I'm here.
Really be cousins, as we say.
That's right.
Cousins.
That's right.
So let's look at ourselves as family
As
tonight.
family. That's
We're
right.
all the Terry family tonight. We stand
That's right.
with this family, and we are all the Terry family.
That's right.
Grandma.
I'm the grandmother. I'm the biological grandmother of the 5-year-old. But Emilliano was my grandchild.
Yes, ma'am.
Blood, you know, they say blood, you know, but like he said,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
could all be related.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, all 3 of her kids, all of them was my grandkids.
Yeah.
Right.
That was the sweetest little boy you ever wanted to know.
Say
You know, I remember him walking up to me at my house telling me, Emma, I'm what?
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I'm grandma. That was the sweet, and that didn't have to happen.
Come on.
Everybody went to the county. That didn't have to
Say
happen.
that again.
Right.
Say that again.
They dropped the ball.
Yes,
Excuse
right.
my language, but
Yes.
that's how I feel. That hurt me. He lost.
I hear you.
He lost.
Yeah.
So his hurt is my hurt.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
understand. I know. I was there.
Yes, ma'am.
Always.
Yeah.
And all I can say, Emilliano is with the Lord. He's doing better than us. Lord, forgive the child. Forgive her.
Yeah.